What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my studio. I'm Joseph Finchum, you're you, and today we're trying to do this watercolor month thing, all the prompts in one drawing. The drawing has changed drastically if you saw the last live stream. I hope you can hear me. Uh, Clark, you can hit it now if you can hear me. I was wondering about that when I saw it pop up. Okay, so yeah, and we got some new things going on behind the scenes that I'm not sure how much or if we're going to use it today. And there it goes. It's already been used. Hey, hey, you changed my scene on me. Okay, so here's the drawing. You got me all discombobulated now. The drawing has changed drastically. Uh, I kind of did away with the thin little tunnels and made one big underground dwelling, I guess, for the mice. The boat is a lot more constructed. It's okay. Um, usually the explanations I do full, face cam. So it's perfectly okay. um, yeah, still got the little huddled mass down here with their help sign. Uh, I think I have all the prompts in here. Maybe Angela, I'll have to keep track of them again because I don't know if I can. I did get Angela's package, so I have this, which is the titanium buff. Who is that, Angela? It's on one of these, but I couldn't read your handwriting. It's Daniel Smith buff titanium. Is that PW61? PW, I don't know. PW6 something? Angela will tell you. Clark Fine Art will tell you. See, I'm doing it again. The brain is broken. And I have no idea where I want to start with this. PW6 colon 1? Okay. I guess that makes sense. And I don't know if Angela's the only one here. But if you are, hey, thank you for being here. I think there might be some lurkers, and if they are out there, hi, lurkers. Okay, so where to start? Um, I guess I could sort of start on the sky. I need some water. I'm just gonna wet this. I have no idea if I'm wetting the whole thing. Because I can't see the glare. Or any shine or anything. Okay, and I'm going to try some very thinned out blue. Very thinned out. Not too thinned out, though. We're just going to start laying this in. Up there. I just want to kind of hint it all, you know? And I'm going to go a little bit darker, I hope, towards this side. Okay. We just want the basic resemblance of a sky. I'm already going to switch brushes to a slightly thinner brush. And I have some greenish. It's supposed to be like a teal, but I'm having a hard time getting it to be the color I want it to be. Okay, so let's not put my hand in the paint. Okay, let's see if I can do this because I'm missing a line here in my transfer. And because it took me so long to draw this out and then transfer it, we're not ready. We're making the best of it, but we're not ready. So there's no line here, so I got to draw this kind of sketchily. Oh, that's supposed to come way down. So if you forget the story, the idea is that there were a bunch of super smart mice, and they were on a boat, and the boat shipwrecked. And they are just kind of trying to survive until they can be rescued. As you do. I'm gonna hopefully let the washes kind of do what they do. And we'll see how it turns out. I'm not going for like a solid color like I tried to with the the Japanese stained glass one, but we're gonna get what we get. Alright, so this comes up over here. I think it goes like that. I want the lighting to change a little bit, like right over here, so I'm going to try and concentrate that color into there. Have it be lighter back there. See if I can get that a tiny bit more blue. Over this area. Just George Pencilard asked, "Thank you for or said, thank you for summarizing their story again." Or, what motivated you to redo the composition? Mostly, it was I didn't like the way the tunnel system came out, and I knew I wanted the boat to be more prominent, if that makes sense. Um, yeah. Uh, okay. While I let that dry, I'm going to try and move along. Darker blue here, which I'm also going to thin down. This is going to be like I'm going to go right through that for now. There's going to be a lot of leftover pencil left in this when I'm done. So that's something I will have to deal with. It's going to make everything a little bit more blue. So I'm going over it again. Now I want even thinner. Just trying to add a little shadow onto this here frothy wave. This one is going to be much darker. Try to keep it down in here. To thin that out a bit. See if I can just a little bit more texture out. Okay, we're starting to get somewhere. Well, if you mean the old drawing starving artist, that was done digitally, so yes, I still have the original wonky drawing. um, okay. Now I have some black here. There are some spots where there needs to be some black. Let's see if I can put some of that in there. That is way too wet, but we'll see. Okay, so this will hopefully give me a little bit of an appearance of depth in these little arched doorways. Arch is one of the prompt words. I have a lot up there I can take from. And I'm going to have to let all of these little guys, little blobs dry out a bit. Some of them should be completely dark. And we're getting close. I don't want it to be too overly contrasted just yet, in case I need to change it back at some point. Try and pull some of that out, maybe. It'd be tough. Wow, that's losing its arch shape. Yeah, a little bit more of a modern boat. More of like a tugboat looking kind of boat. Is what I was going for. I got a little sloppy there. I want the darkest area to be up back here. Pull a little bit of that black. And I did try, as you can see, I tried to mix up some colors beforehand, so hopefully things won't go too bad. Oh, that was wet. I just want that tinted for right now. That spot there. Gotta stop putting my fingers and stuff. and a lot less emphasis on the trunk. Like I drew the trunk really big in the original drawing, and I wasn't happy with the dimensions of it. So the idea of them escaping from the trunk, I kind of did away with that and just gave them a place to call. Pick up some of this brown right here. Color all of this right here. Um, it is a mouse condominium in a spiral structure, but not to be outdone, there's also a shell embedded in the wall over here, which is also a spiral. Because I couldn't decide which one I wanted to actually be the spiral. Hopefully, once that dries, I'll still be able to see the pencil lines. Oh, I heed my warning about Amazon starving. Heed my warning. That was way too orange. That is way too brown. Okay, let's start back over with that. This color. Still too much. This is their little entry hole here. And because it's dug in a little bit, I assume it's going to be a little bit darker than whatever the background sand color is going to be. Mostly dry up there. Not really, though. Okay, let's move other little things. I need a smaller brush for this. Yeah. A little bit of color into this here globe. Just trying to give that a little bit of depth. Make sure we know it's round. Because guess what, kids? It's round. Okay. I don't know if that's gonna translate as well as I want. My phone was ringing, but it was spam. Do I even? I don't even have it out. Where is the list of prompts? Uh, Still have this color, and it's still here. Needs a little bit of blue in it. That wants that to be a little bit more subtle in color, so let's pull some of that out. Okay, let me go back to the black for a second, or blackish. Hi, Wildflower. It's slowly getting a little fuller, starving. Um, oh, what did I do? Oh no, I completely put my hand in that red feather. I need to try and clean that off. Oh boy. Oh boy. Maybe I can use it as a reflection, because that doesn't seem to be moving. Yep. Okay, we'll figure that out at some point. Oh no, not chaos. Okay, so yeah, so start back to the Amazon thing. That video, I'm not gonna say YouTube suppressed it, but I'm pretty sure YouTube suppressed it because the trajectory on the numbers, and Clark will be able to back me up, was like whoop, like straight up, and then boom, flatline. Just yeah, it just stopped being put out there. And yes, I'm a little annoyed by that. Mhm. I mean, when the numbers are really good, that's usually a sign that YouTube's going to push it more. And boy, did they not push it more. I have too much green in that brush still for that yellow. Pick some of that up. Nice little flower. This this little mouse here, which you can probably barely see, um, he's sitting on the leaf doing his little Zen serenity thing. Serenity, that's one of the words. And I don't think we're going to finish this today. I'd like to, but probably not going to, because we all know me. Those are all little, like, portholes. So. Where else needs that light gray? Down here. It's part of the deck here. Deck is another word, another prompt. Okay. Yeah. Uh, Wildflower, that's a good idea. If you have the list, you can check them off too. Um, yeah. And Starving, yeah, I don't know. The only thing I can think of is that they're in cahoots with Amazon. Effervescent. Effervescent. And I know it's blue, and 7 Up isn't blue. do that. It's red. I'm going very old school on the 7-Up label. This is closer to the original label when it was red with black letters. Okay. And the bottom of the boat is getting rusty. plant. Plant is one of the words. One of the prompts. The plant is in a little patch of grass. Patch. That's one of the other words. Just a box. I'm gonna put in some of these boxes. Or at least try to start putting in some of these boxes. We'll give them some more dimension later. I basically just want there to be some kind of debris, you know, because it's a crashed boat. Not just a boat, it's a crashed boat. So its stuff is all over the place. Um, where to go, where to go, where to go? I'm sure none of what I'm doing makes any sense. This is supposed to be a chocolate bar. Sweets. And that's a vitamin jar. Vitamins. What color should vitamins be? And that is what these little mice are living off of, chocolate and vitamins. I know, it's hard to see, and this is zoomed in, I believe. So, I understand it's not going to be the easiest thing to see. I'll give you some close ups eventually. If I remember how to do anything. Because apparently I have trouble remembering things. I just realized about 2 hours ago that I had not actually put a picture of the stained glass window thing anywhere. Where was I going with this? Uh, Just a hint of some green. Is that Earth-like? It's supposed to be Earth-like. Since I messed up the little feather, I'm going to try and give that another coat. This time I'm going to let it dry without getting in the way. Re-wet some of this orange. Should have gone somewhere else. That is fully striped. Striped is one of the prompts. Should clean that off. There are more spots to be orange. Just a little bit of a shadow on that part there. still want this to be much darker. We're getting somewhere. Well, I haven't checked in with you yet, Angela. Are they actually working? Because, I'm not watching the actual stream most of the time. um, cool. A little bit of a shadow from the boat there. You go a little bit bigger here for a second. This would probably be too much. I didn't want the yellow. Shouldn't be too bad. Just let's not go back there for a second. Can you guess what that is? Right through that yellow. Way too wet. I'm trying to save most of the sandy color for last. Yep, it's a record. Yeah. Okay. That was a while ago. I'm just getting caught up. You know how I do it. Um, okay. I'm going to get a nice little amount of the blue up. Trying to make this look a little bit more like water back here. Can't see my own drawing anymore, so Yeah, I'm totally making a mess of this thing, I know. You can tell me. Time to try some of this buff titanium. Let me clean the green out first. And it's still a little bit wet, Clark. We're going to start filling in some of this. Hopefully this will work. It's a 2. Yes, Angela, it's a 2. I don't know why, but yeah, I spent most of my time learning how to draw and paint. Using at first pencils, and I don't know. I like a fine line, and every time I try and use a big brush, that's when I get sloppy. But sometimes I do use, the the whole flat side of the brush. I'm not just uh, using the tip. Like in those spots right there. Need a little bit more of that. Oh, it's too sticky. End up with some green in here if I'm not careful. And, the small brushes is probably one of the reasons why it takes me forever to do everything. Should be darker on the side anyway, so just lay some more. Too much, too bright over there. I really should be wetting the paper first for some of these slightly bigger areas. While it's still wet, I want to Oh, I forgot the color over here. These were all the little match torches that are placed around. I want it to kind of look like it's glowing against the wall. Don't know how well that's working. Now I gotta go back and color that. Part of the sand castle thing that I did not get. That can blend together, that's not a problem. I really wasn't paying attention over here. I want to just a little bit darker than that color. So a little bit of that. I need a clean spot. Darken that up because this is it's a rounded structure. So over here, this is where the light is coming from, where the hole is. So this side I assume is going to be darker, and I'll probably layer darker color over it over and over again till I get it the way I want. Little washes, basically. Tens and twelves? Are you crazy? I think the biggest brush I have is an 8. Except for like I do have a wash brush somewhere, but I never even take it down because I never use it. Might be working a little bit, but sure it's not exactly the way I want it. Uh, there's not enough of this color. That's going to be lighter, so that might need to go a little darker. I should have worked top to bottom. Where's that still feeling wet? Uh-oh. There's a cat. He's jealous because I'm drawing all these mice. Or at least I will be drawing mice. This is all about trying to get the arches to look like they're actually being indented a bit. Is it starting to have some dimension to it? Because that's the point. I swear something just flew past my head. Just that was a little of the bleed-proof titanium white. Okay. Do I already have this color mixed? I thought I did. Guess not. See if I can. This shouldn't be too dark. Yes, I have given, in case if Angela isn't explaining it well, or if Clark Fine Art isn't explaining it well, I have given Clark Fine Art control over my scenes, so she can change the camera angle. I mean, it's the same camera, but it can move in and out at her discretion instead of mine, because I always forget to hit the buttons. I mean, I can still do it too if I wanted to. Like, I could zoom in right now, or I could go here and talk to you like this, but Angela can do it too. I have to let a cat into my bedroom. Ah. Okay, so we'll just the buff, just the buff. I'm gonna have to clean a little bit of this up. Again, water, just to do a little bit more of the buff. I do it on a bigger brush this time because I'm going to start laying in most of the sand. At least I hope so. It seems to be in that mid state where it's like not dry, but not wet either. You know what I mean, Angela? Okay, let's try and do this. That might be a little too thick. I'm just gonna have to go over that blue stuff. Trying not to pick up this green. I never mix up enough paint, ever. That ought to be enough. That ought to be enough. It won't be. I'm telling you right now, it's not good. You even see that that's there, huh? How did I only just notice that now? That's a part of the boat. Yeah, it definitely needs many, many more layers. Okay, this. And while we give this some time to dry, um, give it a little bit more work on uh, That's your seashell. A bit of a start. Any other places that need to be the sandy color before I waste all of this? Down here. Okay. This is eventually going to be like a rocky texture, but I'm just kind of trying to get it based in right now. All the way to the edge there. Um, Probably. I'm using a lot of this buff. You're right, it is a good sand color though. Definitely works for sand, the titanium buff. Okay, I could probably do a little bit in here, even though some of this is gonna change color and get much darker. There's some darkness that goes on in here. These guys are off in a secluded little cave, and it's like a shadow that comes down here, and this is going to be almost all black, like the blackish color, and there's going to be some black in here to, strike up the contrast. It still needs a lot more contrast. But we're getting there. I want to make sure this isn't white, but is still the, the sandy color. Just brighter than the walls. So I may have to eventually make the walls a little bit darker. Ooh, soft pink don't. Huh? Don't go out on a boat though. Isn't that how it goes? No. It's the opposite, right? Pink at night, sailor's delight, something like that. So I need to darken this wall. The whole wall. All of the walls. A little bit of that back out. Okie dokie. So that's where the sun is coming in from, so I want that to be the lightest part. I'm afraid to start trying to put some of the darker blacks colors in here. Blue at the moment. I'm going to try using this 8. Let's see how badly I go. A little thinner. Okay, where is this? This thing goes here. That was too far. Because I can't see what I'm doing because my eyes are getting blurry. The idea is they're kind of like making a little river down here, which is slowly filling up with the seawater, as well as a little waterfall. Because there was also, see if I can remember how I wanted to do this. It's a bifurcated view. So what you're seeing is like, a slice through the ground. And this is like some water, which is filtering through the ground. And down into a glass down here. How am I going to make this glass? I don't know. I assume it's picking up some of that color. That is not going to work. We'll let that dry and come back to it. A little bit more of that blue so I can waterfall here. Okay. Little brush. I dropped a little brush. Do I need any more of this? Put some more. That little glow from those little torches that aren't there yet, but they will be. Sand is a great filter. Oof. Okay, we're pretty much up on time, so I'm gonna have to start slowing down and reassess. Clean off my brushes a little bit. And I don't know if this will work, but I'm gonna try it. Thank you all for joining me. We'll finish this next week. I'm pretty sure we can finish it by next week. And yeah. Thank you to my moderators, Clark Fine Art and D-Lynn for Creative Arts, who could not be here today. She had personal business, so you know, check out their channels. Links are in the description, or D-Lynn's Instagram is in the description. I wave my hands too much because I want to say hit the buttons and do the things. Uh, yeah. Try this. You can subscribe to Clark Fine Art right there by clicking on that, and that will subscribe you. That will not just bring you to her channel, that will subscribe you to her channel. um, yeah, check out my Patreon. There's almost nothing on it, but I try and do some stuff sometimes. Postcards are going to be coming soon. I gotta wait for them to be shipped and stuff, and blah blah blah. Yeah. Wow. This shirt's brown, not green. I think it's because the red light. Um, yeah. We're off to a good start, and next week I will definitely start letting you know exactly what things are what in the things. I mean, I mentioned some of them, but like, these people are huddled. The rock slide is the obstacle. The shell is the shell. The water is filtering. So we'll get there. But I believe all 31 are done. They're not completely here yet, but they will be. And we got to color in all these tiny little mice. That's going to be a pain in the butt. But I hope you'll join me next time. And yeah. Am I forgetting anything, Angela? I don't know if I'm forgetting anything. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, what's up, everybody, and thanks for watching. First off, a big thanks to my moderators, Clark Fine Art and D. Lynn Creative Arts. Links in the description. Go check them out. They're great. They really help out by keeping the chat lively and in order. But don't go anywhere just yet. There are other ways you can help support my channel, like checking out my Patreon, as others have, where you can follow for free or select a tier that fits your needs. You can hop on over to my website where you have access to my original arts as well as prints, and even check out the merch store where new stuff is added now and then. If you'd like to check out more of my stuff, you can do so by checking out some videos over here, or you can subscribe by clicking the thing here. And of course, you can hit the buttons and do the things. YouTube loves it when you hit the like button, the subscribe button, ring the bell, and share it to all of your social medias. You rock, you're all awesome, and together we make great art. Thanks again.